I've had sorrow, and I've had hard work and worked hard, but I have two marvelous, wonderful sons and a wonderful daughter. And how rich can you be? I think that's about how lucky I am. A little old girl from Cherry Valley. I don't know how I got in this spot. Because I just keep blabbing.
The moon belongs to everyone. The best things in life are free.
I'm a native Californian, and I was born in a strange place. Everybody can't figure out where it is, but it's called Manzanar. And that was in 1917 I was born, and so there were lots of farmers there. And it was a disappointment when we all left. I left when I was about 6, and we never forgot that desert. I can still be in that wagon going up the hill to Mount Whitney to gather wood with my father. Now I'm just starting, you turned me on. But it was a wonderful place for people to live and to experience nature, and everything there. My mother said she could hear things growing at night. And I had such a happy childhood. We didn't have any money. I never had a pair of skates or a bicycle in my life, but I had a lot of trees to climb, and I turned cartwheels, and I dug in the dirt, and I made stilts, and I'd always make these stilts, and then the things would break on the side and down. I'd scratch my legs with the nails, but you know, it's all in growing up. Had a happy childhood.
The robins that sing.
I do have a nickname, and I've had it all my life. And guess what it is? It's bogus. I never knew how I got that name. And I was 73 at the time when my aunt, my mother's sister, came to visit us. And we were having fun talking about old times like you do. And she said, well, you know how you got that name, don't you? And I said, no, I never knew. All I knew was that it was Bogue, Bogey, Bogo, whatever anybody decided to call me, but they wouldn't call me Enid. They'd say Enid, but not Enid. And she said, well, I'll tell you how they got that. You know, your parents had 3 children right in a row, one right after the other. And so your father had this newspaper, and he sent away for now I can't remember how to say the word, birth control preventative. And your mother got it and took it, and it didn't work. And so when you were born, there you were with 2 grandfathers peering over you. Well, bogus. It was a bogus baby. And so that's how I got the nickname of Bogey.
The sunbeams that shine, they're yours.
And I was so proud. My mother was the cutest thing you'd ever want to see. She was a little woman, and she always liked bright colors. She would never wear black or brown, just didn't wear that. She wanted some color, and she always dressed and looked so cute. And when I had her, I had 2 boys already, and I just wouldn't think about it. I just wouldn't think about it. I wanted a girl so bad that I just couldn't allow myself to think about it. And when the doctor told me that I had a little girl, I couldn't hardly believe him, and he held the baby up to show me. And I started crying. And I guess I cried for about 12 hours. that wasn't quite enough either. And I cried the next morning. The doctor walked in, "Are you still crying?" Yeah. So you can cry when you're happy and cry when you're sad. Now this is a day I'll long remember. I don't know how long.
The robins that sing.
And that's another thing God gave me. He didn't give me such a good voice, but He gave me a memory that I can remember. You talk about most anything, I can remember the song that goes with it. And if it's dark, then sing Old Man River. You gotta have a resource for that. Or up the lazy, crazy river. Now I'm just getting silly. Do you sing? Everybody needs to sing. You all need to sing. You'll be a happier person. Because you get up in the morning and if, oh, you're grouchy and oh, nothing, but, oh, see that sun up there? Well, it's shining. It's going to be for you. Upskin low, panda fo, halicky walicky shiny oh. There's another song. If you remember, you're a lot older than I'm. I don't know why. I'm just showing off.
And love can come.
I did have cancer at one time and they wouldn't hire me back at the telephone company, but I found that I answered an ad for the LA Times and they were advertising for food service workers for the Los Angeles City Schools, and I'm proud to say that I worked there over 20 years. And it gave me a pension, and I'm very, very lucky, and I'm sure hoping it won't ever run out because of how the longevity of it. Because I still say I'm rich. I have 3 wonderful children and 6 grandchildren. Well, one of my granddaughters died, and I hated that. But you know, that old song, into each life such summer rain must fall. And I went on several trips. I never expected to go on all the trips, but I'd save my money every year and go on tours. And I saw London and I saw France, and I didn't worry about anybody's underpants because, you know, it was all in the time and the place we went. I just had so many nice trips. I just keep going on. Little did I know that I'd live to be this long, and I can't figure out why. But I prayed so hard to see 2000, and here I am past it. Who knows? We don't know why God chooses this kind of a road for me.
Well, we know the phone company doesn't know.
No, they don't. I get so darn mad at that little thing in my hand, and yet you think about the magic of a telephone. My daughter talked to her friend in London yesterday, and they had pictures. I don't know what she's got, because I thought I was really smart. I went to work for the telephone company at 37, and I can remember having long-distance calls on my switchboard going to London, and I thought, surely there's a miracle. I couldn't believe it. But here she is talking to somebody, and they had visual contact. So I don't know what's coming up next. I just wish that people would realize what a beautiful, beautiful world we have, and look at the sky more often and practice good. Have fun and tell the truth. You know, if you just don't have anything on your conscience, you're going to be a much happier person. And as long as you don't have anything on your conscience, be nice. It doesn't cost any money to be nice. And it doesn't take any hereditary thing. Just remember, be kind and be nice. That's the way to get along in the world and tell the truth. But, you know, my mother never would call me bogey or bogus, and everybody else almost called me that, but she was determined, and she probably heard the story, too, of, you know, about them laughing in the background about Daddy sending away for a birth control remedy. Well, I've enjoyed life, and I'm sure glad they had me.
The stars belong to everyone.
Well, I enjoy people, and I'm sure if you'd get in that chair, I could hear a whole lot of comfortable, nice, friendly things. And you, and you, and you, and you. Everybody has a different life. And everybody has troubles, and I'm not going to tell you about mine. I'll just stick to the happy stuff.
So what do you guys think of this?
I think it's wonderful. It's wonderful, you know, because I'm enjoying her experiences, and it's just like so vivid. I can just practically see her at that age and what she was doing.
I didn't do anything out of the ordinary ever. I'm just an ordinary little old woman.
You're only as old as you think you are. Not
Well,
to look at the number.
I've always had a funny streak in me that I like funny things and joking and being happy.
It was wonderful. It's my mother, and I'm so happy that we came today and that she sang the Chinaman song.
Sang the Chinaman song.
Now hopefully we'll have it for posterity. It's been fun. She's a treasure. Every day is an adventure. Every day is an adventure.
As I said earlier, I wish it were contagious. Her humor, her memory, and I hope you live till 120 with good humor.
When I first came in, I started to leave because this is not what I expected, but I am so glad I stayed. And thank you so much for sharing.
It was my pleasure to get acquainted with all of you ladies. I'm sure you have some stories to tell.
Yes, but I'm only 91.
That is so cute.
And that's the main thing. Try to keep yourself happy.
The best